welcome to 6 Yard Box. This is the Sunday back page as we normally do. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is Sunday back page. Good morning, good afternoon. Hope everyone is okay. We are fine on this Easter Sunday. It's been one hell of a week. Football as normal goes on over Easter as well. There's a lot of games to be played as well. Still to be played. You got the FA Cup semi-final. So there are lots of sports to look forward to. This is the Sunday back page. Currently, Leicester, Newcastle, they're playing 1-1 currently in the Premier League. And forward to the semi-finals of the FA Cup as well. So lots of stuff through in the newspapers today. This is the Sunday back page. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Follow, share, subscribe. All those good views. Get into it. Let's get it. In the back pages, the Express is where the action is in the Express newspaper. It's all about the FA Cup semi-final. And Klopp saying that they're going to he knows the quadruple. Is it the quadruple? Oh, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. It's gonna be difficult to win, but they're gonna go for it. I'm not surprised about that because he's got his team. He's got a good team out. They're playing really well as well. So you're not gonna expect him to say. Expect him to say something else. You're not gonna expect him to say anything different. The way they're playing right now, just seems to be winning games. Sometimes, if they are not, sometimes they are. Sometimes they might not be playing well as well, but they're still winning games, and that's a sign of a very good team. So Klopp is saying basically they're going to go for it, and I'm not surprised that he says that because he's he's that kind of a manager anyway. So they're gonna go. They're gonna try and go and win everything. And looking at the game yesterday as well, I think in the first half, like I said on the stream, City were a bit tired. They're a bit leggy in the first half. And Liverpool deserved to go 2 goals up in the first half. And in the second half, yes, hold on a minute. I'm just trying to type something. In the second half, I think he made those changes. He brought Jesus on, and I think that really made a big difference to the lineup, to the team. And that made a big difference to the team. So and I can see people having a go at him about making those changes. I think there's a manager, and the managers, they see the players 24/7. They work with the players every day. I think they deserve to. What do you call it? They deserve sometimes when they make changes. They earn the right to make those changes, especially Klopp. he's earned the right to make those changes because of what he's done, what he's won in the past as well. And he had to look at his squad. He looked at his squad and he said, these players need rest. I need to rest them, and I need to basically try and make changes. And he's got a squad of 20 something players, and these players are all professional. They train every day. He's got quality squad, and he made the right call. He made changes, and he played people that are not that are normally playing. The goalkeeper, for example, Stefan, letting the goal in. And this is what these players do. That's why they are top professionals. They're gonna take risk like that. This is what they do in training every day. To you, to me, the people that are not in the professional game, it might look like a risk, but these players, they do it every day. They do it every day. This is what they are used to, and sometimes you can't criticize. I do that as well with my team sometimes. Tottenham, when they play, I'm like, oh, why is that player taking a risk there? Why are you passing the ball there? You should clear it. But these players, this is what they do, and they're gonna make mistakes, and that's the reason why they're top professionals in the game. And yesterday, Stefan, after the mistake, second half, he made some good saves as well, and it was fine after that. So I think his team came back yesterday. Pep's team, Newcastle, sorry, Manchester City. They came back in the second half, and they played really well. And another day they could have got something out of. They could have got a draw, take the game to extra time. And those are the kind of man. And I backed him. I backed him for those changes he made. The second half, the first game, the game in midweek against Atletico was what do you call it? Was really tough, and he had to make those changes. He had to make those changes, and he had to rest his team. And some players were injured, and he prioritized the Premier League to the FA Cup, which is allowed to do. And I'd respect him for that. But the way his team played in the second half showed, he was justified. It was justified. And Liverpool just about shaded it. It was a good game to watch, and yeah. So basically, that's the way the game went. Klopp, so the newspapers, and if you're just joining, you're welcome. This is newspaper, Sunday newspaper headlines, Sunday back pages, where we look at all the Sunday papers and we just react to the papers. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, yeah, Klopp saying they're gonna go for it. I'm not surprised that he's saying that. Is that kind of a manager. And, they can actually, they've got the squad, they've got the energy, they've got the momentum as well. So we'll see. Personally, I think maybe they might win, maybe the FA Cup. I think the league is out of sight, not out of sight, but I don't think they'll catch. What do you call it? They can catch. Manchester City, although it's just a 1 point gap. But I just think City will just keep winning, and I think Liverpool has got they got the difficult fixtures, and they maybe one or 2 points. So that's in the back pages. That's the Express. Their club said we're gonna go for it. So I'm not surprised about that. In other news as well, if you're to the channel, please subscribe. This is the Sunday back pages, where we look at all the news in the Premier, all the news from the Premier League, football headlines all up and down the country. And the all the news. Let me just. I need to do something first quickly. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe to the channel. This is the Sunday back page, um, and you're welcome. Please let me know what you think. Comment as well. This is a Sunday thing that we do every Sunday, 11 o'clock in the morning. That's the time, but lately we've been settling for later in the day. But we should go back to our normal spot maybe in a couple of weeks' time. So This is on the back pages. This is 6 yarder box. Uh, so let's go on into the other headlines for today. Yeah, the other one is Chelsea taking on Crystal Palace, taking on Chelsea in the FA Cup. That one be at at Wembley. Crystal Palace in the FA Cup can't go to the FA Cup semi-final, so it's a day out for the fans. Chelsea are obviously they are the favorite to win the game, but it's not going to be easy. Crystal Palace got a lot of good players. They're well coached. They're young as well. They got a lot of legs defensively. They got Gay, um, and they got Anderson in defense. And yeah, they got right back. They got quick players as well. Left back, they're strong everywhere. They got Tyrese. What's his name? I can't remember his name now. The left back, the young guy that's been invited to England. He's very good as well. So they've got all these good players. They've got a very young team, and if you have young players with legs, they're in terms of and all the hard graft and press, they can do it. The only thing is maybe experience. Although is a very experienced player, has been in the Premier League for a long time, and so that promises to be a good game. Chelsea gonna be strong. They're gonna want to go and win that competition, win the FA Cup, because that's the only chance for them to win a cup. So I can see, can actually see Chelsea winning this Crystal Palace. But it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very, very close as well. And yes, in the Guardian newspaper, that's the Guardian newspaper, and other news as well. Also in the Guardian newspaper, uh, the Guardian newspaper as well. Um, they talk about Sean Dyche, the what do you call it? The Burnley man, and the what do you call it? The chairman of Burnley, um, has been talking to the press um about Sean Dyche being sacked, which came as a surprise to everybody, to me as well. They've been playing like that for a long time with that what do you call it? With that manager in place, and they seems to be doing really well as well. And there comes a time where they need a change, and that's what the chairman is saying. I can't get his name right now, but basically what the chairman is saying is that there's a time for them to move on from Sean Dyche. I think almost the time of the you don't make um you don't make this kind of changes at this time of the season, and yes, it's a shame. It's a what do you call it? Um, it's a not a shame, but it's the wrong time of the season. The sixth, and most people are tipping them to go down now. Burnley, I don't know, to be honest. It might give the player a bounce for the last games. But the other hand, it might backfire on them as well. And the last 6 games of the season. But it's going to be tough for them. They play Burnley. They play West Ham uh, today. I don't think I know they kicked off already. I'm not sure what's going on there, but they play Burnley. So they play West Ham. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for changes. Is a bit of a big gamble in terms of of the Premier League. It's always good when they change. They've signed a couple of players this season as well. They let Chris Wood go, and they brought in uh, where Ghost is it where Ghost from the German from the Bundesliga in Germany, and He's done really really well. That's in the Express. Also in the Express, there's the preview for the fight between Fury and White, and basically the headline boxing, Fury's uh, um trying to defend his title against Dillian White. Says Fury and White's fight overshadowed by battle for boxing deceased soul. As the Wembley Showdown is only a slideshow with attention focused on U.S. law enforcement of. Okay, I remember this story. Kenan Cartel. Remember this story about apparently Tyson Fury's got like a friend or companion, or I don't know who this guy is, and he's been linked with a lot of stuff in terms of being with a cartel, and the U.S. Authorities are uh, telling Tyson Fury to stay away from this guy. He's got a lot of shady background. U.S. authorities have a couple of stuff against him. And basically, the paper is just saying the long build up to next Saturday's ninth world heavyweight title fight. The fight, we might be doing a watch along for the fight as well. If you're interested, we definitely be trying to do a watch along for the fight. And they're saying basically in front of Wembley was strangely muted, given uncertain for months. An all British showdown between outspoken Fury and White, who is such a raw, jolting talker, should have conjured. Basically, they're saying the fight has been overshadowed by this American authority uh, concerns or cases. I think they got cases about against this Kinegan. His name is Kinahan cartel. So apparently, Tyson Fury has been hanging out with this guy, and the authorities in America are telling him that this guy's got like a little bit of a shady background, and that's been overshadowed by the fight has been overshadowed by this. And then he says in the paper that then last Wednesday there was a dramatic explosive twist when the US Treasury confirmed that it had imposed sanctions against Daniel Kinahan, the controversial Irishman who has long been a friend and advisor to Fury. Kinahan, who has been investigated by the Irish police for years because of his alleged leadership in drug cartel associated with his family, is now based in Dubai. Kinahan, who has no criminal convictions and has always denied any wrongdoing, had emerged from hiding with growing frequency over the last year. This obvious desire to sanitize his reputation by becoming the most powerful man in boxing. Okay, so he's in boxing as well. Basically, the paper is just saying, the guy's got no criminal convictions. If he's got no criminal convictions, the American government have to come up with something if they really, really got case against this guy. But this is not looking good for the fight. But I think the fight will sell anyway. The Tyson Fury and White fight is gonna sell anyway. So that's gonna sell anyway. So I don't think this news coming out from America will affect the sale of the fight. I think it's gonna be some people saying is it 90,000 or 60,000 capacity, or is it 90,000 capacity? I think it's outdoors. Well, Wembley is not 90. Is it Wembley? I think Wembley is 90,000 actually. So they're saying that whole thing with this family, with this Kinahan family, is affecting the fight. That's in boxing. So let's go back to football. I remember we're trying to do a watch along for that boxing match next weekend as well. If you're interested, make sure you set your notifications, watch the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is their box and the back pages. Let's go back into the football. Remember today's headline is Klopp saying Klopp going for it. Basically, he's saying he's going for the ball, and I'm not surprised about that. Other headlines: Crystal Palace take on Chelsea in this FA Cup second semi-final, kicking off. say 4 o'clock. So we're doing that after this. After this. So let's go on into other news as roundup. Sunday back page normally mostly um is mostly what do you call it? To the what do you, into um we're gonna looking into the transfer news because there's a lot of transfer stuff on Sundays as well. So we're gonna be looking into that. Um and I think in the Women Cup there's gonna be the Women FA Cup as well. Chelsea taking on I think it's Chelsea taking on Arsenal in the Women's FA Cup at Wembley. I think that kicks off before the men's FA semi-final, Women's FA Cup semi-final. Chelsea taking on Wembley, taking on Arsenal at Wembley. That's a London derby, and Norwegian midfielder saying Guro Rensten is saying this will win and 8 to lose, which is true. I'm going to agree with that 100%. It's like you're playing your rival. Any London games are very, very tough. You win it. The two teams, I think they are first and second in the table as well. I'm not sure. Should be an interesting watch for people going to watch that game. I hope the game is be so can have a little watch as well. It'd be nice if they put the FA Cup semi-final and the Women FA Cup semi-final on the same day, so one kicks off before the other, so it brings crowd to the stadium. In terms of the Premier League teams as well, I think it would be nice if they can put those games together. Maybe the women's game kick off at 2 or at 2 or something, then they play the men's game after. So that crowd together, so they got more crowd will come in and watch the two games maybe for the price of one. So that will make it more make the women's game more accessible to the fans as well. So yeah. Uh, so that's in the women's game. Also, West Ham in the league losing 4-1 to Man City. In the semi, not in the league, in the semi, the other semi-final that was played yesterday. Then there's other headlines about the Premier League games yesterday. City, United winning 3-2 at Norwich. Ronaldo with an hat trick. In that one, and Arsenal dropping points again. Benderak with a goal for Arsenal. And then you have the Tottenham Brighton game as well. So that's in the Express. So we've done the Express now. Let's just go and check the other newspaper. Is that the Express? No, that's in the Guardian. Sorry, it's in the Guardian newspaper. Let's go and check the other papers. Sunday Times. Let's check the Sunday Times and see what the Sunday Times is saying. If you're new to the channel, this is the Sunday back page. This is where the newspaper headlines for the week, for the Sunday, and then in the Sunday back page, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it was Sunday page. The Times as well. That one is just the same kind of headlines of all the stuff we've ready. With and the let's see if there's other news. I think ooh, that was close, man. They almost scored just now. Leicester Newcastle is still 1-1. Newcastle almost scored. Now, and it's still 1-1 in that game. It is still one in that game. Let's go to the sports pages and the times and see uh, and see what the Sunday back page. You're welcome to the Sunday back page. I hope to one fantastic defender. I'm not at that point yet. That is according to the West Ham defender of Crystal Palace. Talking about the FA Cup. He said he hopes to be one day. He's already on the right path. He's had a beautiful season. Maguire. He's played really well this season for Crystal Palace. He's got Wembley as well today against Chelsea. With best in that game, it's been very, very good so far. And the other headlines on this Sunday, yeah, there's still about the Kinekan and Dark Shadow, the guy that is actually associated with Daniel Kinekan, the Irish promoter. I think he's a promoter. Is associated with Tyson Fury, and they said there's a cloud because the American they have a couple of cases against him in terms of drugs, allegedly, to be honest. And then I think there's a shadow over that because that's affected the stories all been around that instead of the boxing, boxing fight between Tyson Fury and White. We've gone through that already. Then in other news in the Sunday Times as well, Graham Souness is good luck to Ten Hag at Old Trafford. Better managers have gone before and failed, and that's a good point from Souness in terms of Ten Hag going to Newcastle to Manchester United. I think it's going to be a big job for whoever goes to Newcastle to Manchester United. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. You have to basically I think you have to sell 3 or 4 players, to be honest. You have to get rid of 3 or 4 players for starters as well. And Tyreek Mitchell, that's the name of the Crystal Palace player I was trying to remember earlier, the defender. And like I was saying, Ten Hag is a for me. I'll go for Poch. For me personally, he's got the experience in this league. He's done it at Tottenham. He's done it at Southampton as well. Yeah, but they want to go for something new, something fresh. They want to go for Ten Hag. So he's done well with Ajax in a different league, and we'll see what he brings. But there's a lot of puzzles that are not in the right place at Manchester United. I'm a Tottenham fan. I don't support Man U, so to be honest, nobody should come after me. I'm just put it as they say, put it out there. So I don't really care. But for me, they've got Ronaldo, big player, scores goals. They've got Sancho. They've got Elanga. They got some good young players coming through. But if you look at the core, the spine of the team, there seems to be a bit of a problem in the spine of the team. Maguire is struggling to find his form. The keeper is solid. Maguire, the midfield, there's no spine in midfield. That's the problem. And that's where the big problem is for them. Normally, you have a spine of a team, the keeper, the midfield. You have a top player there next to an experienced player there, top experienced player next to a young guy. Then in attack, you have a top guy like Ronaldo. So the spine of the team for me, the key, even in the spine of that team, the key area, the key for any match, for you to win any game of football, anywhere, I don't care where you play the game of football, in a park, Wembley, whatever, the midfield has to be right. You have to have top midfielders that can control the game, get around people, win tackles, make the right decisions, and dominate games because that's when you win a game of football. And that's what Manchester used to have in the past. You have Roy Keane, you have in midfield, you have what's his name? Can't remember his name now. Robson, Robo, plays in midfield for Manchester United many years ago. You have Paulins, and that's where games are won. If you look at the top teams in the Premier Leagues today, you go to the Manchester, they got Rodri, they got people in midfield that can hold the ball, they got Bernardo Silva, quick, small, tiny players, they dominate possession, they hold the ball, they keep possession. You look at Liverpool, the same thing. Thiago in midfield. He runs around, Rolls Royce of a player, picks out passes, controls the game, slows it down, speeds the game up. He's a top player. So I think Manchester United need that kind of player in midfield. And then, when you get that right, you get the people around him. For me, Pogba, he's a no-no for me. I've been saying it for quite a while. Top player, and he has to go. For me, he has to go. Get him off the wages. Use those wages to go and get players. So Ten Hag, according to Graham Souness here, what he's saying is actually right in the times. As he's saying, so many managers have come and gone, and that he needs all the luck that he can get. So that's in the times. This is on the back pages where we got it on the page, some of the pages of the newspaper. Now let's go a quick. We're coming to the end of now because we got to do the FA Cup semi-final, Crystal Palace and Chelsea, and now so let's go like a quick roundup of all the papers, the gossip section. This is where people. This is where I like you got this transfer news, which are in most cases half of them are never true, and yeah, and so yeah. So I just wanna go. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing like a special show in the commentary box tomorrow for Bank Holiday Monday. Special one in the afternoon. It's gonna be at 12 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna be going on through some topics. If you want to join me, make sure you come through on the channel. We're gonna have a link if you want to come and have the discussion. Some of the stuff we were talking about are footballers paid too much. Going to be going through that one and some of the other topics of all the highlights of the Premier League, the FA Cup as well. We're going to be having a discussion of everything football tomorrow on the commentary box at 12 o'clock in the afternoon UK GMT time. So let's quickly whiz through the newspapers and the gossip section. According to 90 Minutes, Chelsea are prepared to let 29-year-old Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku leave this summer. Inter Milan and Paris Saint Germain interested. That move for Lukaku was a surprise. That's why I say for you never know, man. Something looks so perfect on paper when he went over there, played a couple of games, played really well as well, and then all of a sudden everything just went pear shaped, and I was really surprised that he's not even getting a look in by the manager. He's a good player. I think he'll get into another team all day long. I just don't understand what's going on at Chelsea. And you get that sometimes with all these moves and these players signing players changing clubs. Sometimes it just don't work out. Then we go on to the newspaper. This is the Sunday back pages. The Star saying Manchester United have placed a 40 million price tag on England goalkeeper Dean Henderson, 25, who is keen to leave this summer. Newcastle are among potential bidders. Yeah, I like him, Dean Henderson. I think Tottenham should go for him, but I don't think Tottenham will be willing to pay 40 million for a reserve goalkeeper. But I think it's a good price tag for a keeper that's gonna come in and maybe take over from Lloris. The only concern is saying it's not a big dominating goalkeeper, and that's my only concern about him. But when I've seen him played, he's been very very good. He's on a big wage as well, 200k or 200 and something k a week. So I think Tottenham should look into that. Newcastle would be a nice place for him to go as well because they got all the money. And then in the Sun, Manchester United will pay some of Henderson's 120,000 a week wages if he leaves on loan. Yeah, that would be good if Tottenham can get him on loan. If Manchester can pay 80,000 a week, or maybe Tottenham pays 60, Manchester pays 60. I don't know what, but but I'm just thinking about Levy, Daniel Levy. Now you probably say you pay 80. Oh, Lord, you gonna say you pay 80, we pay like 40 or something. You you pay 80, we pay, yeah, we pay 40. So I won't be surprised. Daniel Levy is very clever businessman. And when he walks out, everybody's clapping him. They'll be like, oh, they'll be levied, he'll be levied. But when he what do you call it? When he bargains and he likes to get the last savings out of a deal, and Tottenham lose the deal, the fans will come around and say, "Oh yeah, he's the one that cost us the deal." You can't have it both ways, man. Every time you go and do a deal, if you're trying to save money, you're gonna lose deals and you're gonna make deals sometimes. So it's just a double-edged sword. Hopefully, um, hopefully Tottenham can go for Henderson. He's a good player. At least he'll be a good backup for Lloris. When he leaves, incoming Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag will bring his Ajax assistant coach Michael van der Gaar with him. I'm not surprised. That's in the mirror. We don't even know if that deal has been done yet, but according to all these news, it's a done deal. He's moving in the summer. Ten Hag to Manchester United. Also in the mail, Manchester United are targeting Everton 19-year-old English centre back Gerard Braithwaite. I don't know him. I think I've seen him played once or twice before. West Ham French defender Issa Diop has emerged as a transfer target for Lyon, according to L'Equipe in France. Manchester City have held more talks over proposed move for Dortmund, 21-year-old striker, Norwegian striker Erling Haaland. That would be a good signing for them. He's young and he's going to score loads of goals playing at City, obviously. That's in the style. Real Madrid have made a late move to capture Borussia Dortmund's Erling Haaland as well from under the noses of Premier League side. So that should be a battle between Real Madrid and City. I think if that comes to the case, I think Real Madrid they're going for Mbappe. So I don't know. I don't know how that one will pan out. But if it's a choice, I think it will probably go to Madrid. I don't know. Excuse me. This is the Sunday Back Page. Please smash the subscribe button if you're in for the first time. Comment, like, share, all the good stuff. And happy Easter as well. And Roma are considering letting Italy midfielder Nicola Zanolo. Zanolo is only 22, he's still young, leave at the end of the season, and will consider an offer of around 60 million euros. I mean, interest from Serie A, and Premier League sides. He's been linked with Tottenham a couple of times for 22-year-old. Um, I don't know. Do we need that kind of a player at Tottenham? I'm not sure, to be honest, man. Portuguese side Braga and Juventus, great Andre Pirlo 42 to be their okay. So Braga want Pirlo to be 42 to be their manager. It was at Juventus, it didn't work out. It was a legend at Juventus though. Midfield player, Rolls Royce of a player. Liverpool are chasing Aberdeen 18-year-old Scottish right back Calvin Ramsey to cover Trent. That's in the Sun. Brentford German midfielder Vitaly Janset, 23, says he has had contract from Premier League and Bundesliga sides about a potential move as the kicker. I don't know him. And then we've got in the Le Parisien newspaper, Paris Saint-Germain are ready to part ways with Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino hope to appoint Zinedine Zidane as their new head coach. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. Hopefully, Paris Saint-Germain let Mauricio go, because I think Mauricio needs to be at the club whereby he can do what he did at Tottenham. Although he's going to win his first title, which is good for him at Paris Saint Germain, but he can always come back to Tottenham anytime. We've got Conte. Apparently, Conte has been talking to Paris Saint Germain as well. So we don't know. Any which way in the summer is a win-win for Tottenham. If Conte stays, good. If he leaves, then Poch is coming back, and it's a win-win with Tottenham. I think Tottenham, the summer is big. We always say that Tottenham, I think, it's very, very big, and the Champions League is very, very important as well for Tottenham. So, talking about Tottenham, watch match reactions to that game. The video will be dropping anytime soon. Match reaction, all about 90 minutes. We react to the game over the weekend, and also look out for the Premier League review, where we look at all other games as well. And finally, Juventus could launch a bid for Chelsea Italian midfielder Jorginho 30, as they look to strengthen their midfield. Jorginho is 30, man. He's knocking on a bit, but he's a good player, though. Very good player. Barcelona are back in the frame to sign Argentina striker Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, who are willing to drop their asking price if they can receive a player as part of the deal. That's according to the Sport in Spanish. He's been linked to Tottenham. He's been linked with everyone, this one is the last one for today. These headlines in the Mirror as well. Sunday Mirror back pages. Barcelona will speak with representative of Brazilian winger Philippe Coutinho this week to decide on the player's future. The 29-year-old is on loan at Aston Villa, but Barca are unconvinced the Premier League club will pay the 33 million fee written into his loan agreement. 33 million. 33 million. That's how much they want for Coutinho. Nah, they're not getting that from Villa. That's a lot of money. Maybe 25 probably, but 33, nah, man. And then this one is going to be the final one, promise. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is the Sunday back pages where we look at the Sunday papers. Uh, and finally, Bayern Munich's Poland striker Robert Lewandowski, 33, remains a potential target for Barcelona, but they need to offload players to have any chance of signing him. Yeah, according to the Marca. According to Marca in Spain, he's a top player. He's a very good player. If I was going to choose between him and Harry Kane, I'm a Tottenham fan. I'm biased. Harry Kane all day long. Harry Kane scores all kind of goals. He's just more round. He plays as a 10 as well. You know, that acts another zero. That should be another zero on his transfer fee. So thank you very much, everyone. If you're watching this for the first time, thank you. You're welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. This is the Sunday back pages. We are off to watch the FA Cup. Watch out for that one. We'll be doing a watch along for that as well. All our content as well during midweek. Out for those as well. Chelsea taking on Crystal Palace at Wembley, doing that one in the M's Cup, English FA Cup. And this is the Sunday back pages. Thank you very much for watching. The main headline: Klopp going for it. This is according to the Express. And this is after this is a fallback from the FA Cup semi-final, which was a classic, which was played yesterday, and the Liverpool win by goals to 2. Thank you very much for watching. This is Sunday back pages. I'll see you next time. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter as well. 6-yard box. We are everywhere, man. You know, let us know. Think, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. God bless, and have a very, very good Easter.